The papyrus, putting on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you see how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
Welcome to Papyrus TV Africa. The headlines. Borno governor launches statewide crackdown on illegal drug markets following Konduga suicide bombing. Governor Obasani visits survivors of Mango mob killings in Kaduna Military Hospital. Federal government insists Abuja is safe despite U.S. travel advisory. El-Rufai defends new party plan, alleges government infiltration of opposition. EFCC arrests ex-NNPCL CFO, orders over $7.2 billion refinery fraud. PDP concludes primaries for 2026 FCT Council polls. Remi Tinubu demands constitutional recognition for First Lady's office. In a decisive response to the tragic suicide bombing in Konduga, Borno State Governor Professor Babagana Zulum has vowed to shut down an illegal drugs market and criminal hideouts across the state's 27 local government areas. The move comes after a suicide bomber detonated an improvised explosive device at a fish market in Konduga on June 20th, Friday night, killing 12 people and injuring 18 others. During a condolence visit to the grieving community on Monday, June 23rd, Zulum expressed his condolences but also his anger over the location of the blast, an illicit drug hub which he said had long defied government warnings. The governor confirmed that the affected area had been marked for evacuation by a task force as part of an executive order banning the sale of marijuana, prostitution, and other illegal activities. Despite prior notifications, the community failed to comply. He lamented the sale of drugs and the high rate of atrocities in the area, noting that security forces and community feedback had flagged the zone as a criminal hotspot. To tackle the persistent defiance, Zulum announced the formation of a high-powered committee tasked with identifying and dismantling all drug joints and criminal enclaves in the state. Offending structures will be demolished and individuals are to face arrest and prosecution. Zulum further stated that the Borno State House of Assembly would meet on Tuesday to review and strengthen the sanitation law, granting law enforcement the authority to arrest violators without a warrant. He also warned that some criminals expect from Maiduguri had relocated to relocated areas like Konduga, urging full enforcement of the law to restore peace statewide. In another development, Governor Obasani of Kaduna State on Monday paid a solemn visit to the 44 Nigerian Army Reference Hospital in Kaduna to sympathize with survivors of a recent mob attack in Mango, Plateau State. The victims, who were wedding guests from Kaduna, were reportedly ambushed and assaulted, resulting in deaths and severe injuries. In a statement shared via his verified Facebook page, the governor disclosed that survivors narrated the horror of their experience in Kwanpan local government area, where they had gone for a wedding. He pledged the support of the Kaduna State Governor for their treatment, including provision of psychological counseling to aid trauma recovery and eventual reintegration into the society. The survivors are responding to treatment and we are committed to ensuring justice is served, he said. Governor Sani confirmed that arrests had made security. Agents were also working tirelessly to apprehend the remaining perpetrators. He promised to maintain close oversight of the investigations until justice is served. Following a U.S. Embassy advisory urging its personnel to avoid non-essential travel to military sites and government facilities in Abuja, the federal government has reaffirmed that the Federal Capital Territory remains safe for all. Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris, in a statement issued Monday, clarified that the advisory does not reflect the reality in Abuja, which he described as secure and stable. He acknowledged the rights of foreign missions to issue such advisories, but maintained that Nigeria's security apparatus is alert and active. Security agencies have been proactive and successful in thwarting threats across the country, Idris said, urging residents to continue their activities without fear while remaining vigilant. He reiterated that no imminent threat had been identified in the capital and encouraged the public to report any suspicious activity promptly. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasser El-Rufai has defended the emerging opposition coalition's decision to register a new political party rather than merge with an existing one, citing sabotage risks allegedly orchestrated by the ruling APC and the federal government. El-Rufai revealed that opposition leaders were deliberately pursuing a two-pronged strategy, exploring both the takeover of an existing party and the creation of a new platform to challenge the APC in the 2027 general elections. The ruling party has injected viruses into opposition parties, El-Rufai said, referencing the crisis in PDP, LP, and NNPP. The least risky option is to start afresh with a new party free of legacy problems. He also cast doubt on the independence of INEC under its current leadership, contrasting it with the conditions that allowed the APC's registration under Jonathan and former INEC chairman Atahiru Jega. Despite this, he urged coalition leaders to proceed with the registration process to expose possible government obstruction. There is no queue system for party registration, only constitutional requirements. If they are met, INEC must register the party, he asserted, signaling the coalition's readiness to fight on both legal and political fronts. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has arrested Omar Issa, a former chief financial officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL), in connection with a staggering $7.2 billion scandal linked to the failed rehabilitation of Nigeria's state-owned refineries. Issa, alongside Jimoh Olasunkomi, former MD of the Warri Refinery, was apprehended in Abuja amid an expanding investigation into the misuse of funds allocated for turnaround maintenance of the Kaduna, Warri, and Port Harcourt refineries. Despite years of funding, none of the facilities are operational. Other top former and serving officials under investigation include Tunde Bakari, current managing director, Warri Refinery, Ahmed Diko, ex-MD Port Harcourt Refinery, and Ibrahim Onoja, another ex-MD of Port Harcourt Refinery. The EFCC is probing allegations of abuse of office, kickbacks, and diversion of public funds. The Senate Committee on Public Accounts, chaired by Senator Aliyu Wadada, also raised alarm last week over mind-boggling discrepancies in NNPCL's financial statements from 2017 to 2023. The committee issued 11 audit inquiries demanding explanations within 1 week, further intensifying pressure on the oil corporation's leadership. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) has concluded its primary elections for the 2026 Federal Capital Territory Area Council elections, producing chairmanship candidates across all 6 councils, in a process hailed as peaceful and democratic. In Kuje and Abaji area councils, consensus candidates Zachariah Danlami and Musa Biliyamu emerged unopposed. The contests in other councils were more competitive. In Abuja Municipal Amak, Zadna Dintani defeated William Gajer with 24 votes to 12, while in Gwagwalada, Kashim Mohammed polled 19 votes against Rabiu Adamu's 11. Kwali witnessed a tight 3-way race with Haruna Mohammed narrowly beating Daniel Ibrahim, and Shashim Zaka with 13, 11, and 6 votes respectively. In Buhari, the most contested council, Julius Adamu clinched victory with 19 votes in a crowded field of 6 aspirants. PDP Electoral Committee Chairman Chris Hassan described the process as credible and reflective of the party's democratic principles. FCT PDP Chairman Honorable Ismaila Dogara affirmed the party's commitment to the will of the people and internal democracy ahead of the 2026 council elections. Party Publicity Secretary Josephine Itoya Splendor Adelia stated the primaries would not tolerate imposition, and Monday's results appear to validate that promise. The Nigerian First Lady Remi Tinubu has made a passionate plea to the National Assembly to formally recognize the office of the First Lady in the nation's constitution, both at federal and state levels. Drawing inspiration from the institutional model in the United States, Senator Tinubu argued that formal legal backing would significantly boost the office's capacity to deliver impactful programs across the country. Speaking after her second quarterly strategic meeting with the state governor's wife and Renewed Hope Initiative coordinators at the State House in Abuja, she emphasized the need to transition from informal to institutional authority. We are wives and we want to see our husbands succeed. They are like trees and we are the branches perching on them, she said, stressing the importance of support structures that empower presidential and gubernatorial spouses to contribute meaningfully to national development. Citing achievements recorded under the RHI banner, Tinubu noted that despite limited funding, significant strides has been made, particularly in education. We took 47 indigent students and gave them 1 million naira scholarships each, she revealed. We could have done more if we had official support and legal backing. She underscored that with greater access to funds and legal legitimacy, initiatives such as youth empowerment, women's development, and health advocacy could reach far more for Nigerians. The First Lady also used the platform to strongly condemn the recent deadly attacks in Borno and Plateau states, where dozens were killed in separate incidents, including the suicide bombing at a Konduga fish market. With visible emotion, she called the attacks evil and questioned their resurgence at a time when the nation was beginning to stabilize. The First Lady also highlighted public health concerns, urging governors' wives to intensify their efforts in the fight against HIV/AIDS, hepatitis, tuberculosis, syphilis, and cervical cancer. She charged them to use their platforms to strengthen community health education and encourage preventive care. In a major new announcement, Senator Tinubu unveiled the Flow with Confidence initiative, which will see the distribution of 10,000 cartons of sanitary pad to each of the 36 states of the Federation. This is aimed at promoting menstrual hygiene and restoring dignity to adolescent girls, particularly in underserved rural communities. Additionally, she revealed that the Renewed Hope initiative will soon inaugurate its Environment Club and Society, a nationwide program aimed at fostering environmental awareness among Nigerian youths. The high-level meeting was attended by the wife of the Vice President, Hajia Nana Shetima, the wife of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the wife of the Deputy Senate President, and 24 state governors' wives. The event reinforced the First Lady's commitment to women-led governance support and community-driven transformation. As momentum builds around the Renewed Hope initiative, Senator Tinubu's call for constitutional recognition of her office may reignite long-standing debates on the legitimacy, influence, and governance role of First Ladies in Nigeria's political system, a discussion that could have far-reaching implications for democratic inclusion and institutional accountability.
The papyrus, put it on my table every